Hello, folks. This is Jamie Oikel from runningrestaurants.com, where we give you the tips, tools, and techniques you need to make your restaurant more profitable. I've got a great one question with episode for you today with Darren Dennington from Service with Style. Here we go. Darren, I want to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that I get good service at a restaurant like 1 in 10 times, which is like a shitty ratio. It's terrible. So in a nutshell, you're in this space. What's broken with restaurant service?
Well, hey, Jamie, thanks for having me. So think about if you're receiving service that's exceptionally great, that 1 out of 10 times, which I agree, that's a pretty poor ratio, and you're not that far off when you're talking about great service. I think we receive average service a lot of time, but when you're talking about great service, I always go back to what made it great. And typically it's a simple connection from a person. I'm usually getting good food, and typically nowadays restaurants are fairly clean, and I think a lot of people have figured out that timing is a big part of the service. But I go back to the connection. The absolute one single piece that I try to train every single server, bartender, or hostess with is it's called 15 seconds goes a long way. And here's what I'm talking about. During the first 15 seconds that you visit a table, it's the first time that you're seeing this new guest sitting in your section. What I'm guiding towards is to talk to the guest for 15 seconds about anything except the restaurant. It's not the time to tell me about today's specials. Don't ask me what I want to order. Don't talk about the menu. Go into 15 seconds about something personal. Comment on the logo that I'm wearing on my shirt. Pick out somebody's nice glasses or a nice piece of jewelry. Make a great comment. And 3 or 4 simple questions, now you've started a conversation. And there's one simple goal to this. During these 3 or 4 questions, all I'm doing, one simple goal is I'm trying to make you smile. And the second that you smile, this imaginary brick wall between server and guest has now been shattered. And now as far as this relationship, server to guest, is going, we're now friends because I trust you. You made me smile. And if 3/4 of the way through the meal, something happens, you forgot something or the bill was wrong, I'm okay to overlook a few simple mistakes because I connected with you in the first 15 seconds. So a few simple questions just to make me smile. It absolutely changes everything.
Darren, if every server did what you just said, the ratio would shoot off the charts because what you talked about, was that really hard what you just talked about? Can you not do what Darren just said? I mean, absolutely. That was a very straightforward approach that every server could do with every table. But let me ask you a follow-up question that talks about that connection. What do you feel about the server, sharing their name, which is fine, but what do you like about a server actually learning maybe the party's name or their last name? Is that another way to make a connection?
Well, I think that those are little tips that we can use. Every time somebody mentions my name in a restaurant, I feel a little bit appreciated. I feel like they took a simple extra step to make that connection with me. And that's all what it's about. We're looking for personalized, customized service. If we're hungry, we can go into quick service restaurants and drive through and grocery stores and gas stations to eat. We come to restaurants for service. Service is still provided from a person to person, and it's all about a simple connection. But when you make that connection, everything else goes great. Think about fast forwarding 3 or 4 minutes, and now I come back to take your order. And I describe this fantastic shrimp scampi, and I discuss it, and I make a personal recommendation. And you're sitting there saying, okay, Darren tells me I should order it. I guess I should, because you've trusted me already. So I'm not having to sell you anything. You're purchasing what I'm recommending. And then I've guided you to a dish that I believe in and is fantastic. So every single part of the experience gets better and better and better. And it all starts with that simple connection. 15 seconds goes a long way.
It does. It does, absolutely. And when they do make that connection, you do trust them, and it will help the upsell process. So I just want to go back to the beginning for a second. I don't know if I overestimated or underestimated the service, but it has been, in my experience, on the lower side lately. It's been very blah. It's been very average. Hasn't been terrible. I mean, terrible is, 1 in 10 also. But the great, I swear to God, has been 1 in 10, 2 out of 10, where blah is in the middle. And you've got to get your restaurant out of blah space, people. I mean, people, when we're spending, it's 70, 80, 90, $100 every time we go out to eat now with the family of 5. So we're dropping a lot of money. I don't want a blah experience. I will be honest with you. So please step it up, people, and use some of Darren's tips. They'll absolutely help you. So I appreciate it. That was Darren Dennington with Service with Style in a One Question with episode here. You can learn more about Darren and his team at www.servicewithstyle.com. And for more great restaurant marketing, operations, service, people, and tech tips, stay tuned to us at runningrestaurants.com. We'll see you next time.